Sometimes you go on an adventure and it might be the same length as many of the other adventures you've been on before. Maybe it has the same amount of portages or the same distances, or not exactly, but you know, I did 10 on this trip, I did 12 on this trip. I did this part of Algonquin, I did this part of Temagami. You know, they're all different in their own way, but sometimes you have a trip and you don't know what to expect. You have no clue. And you go on that trip and you see things you've never seen before. You get the challenge that you were looking for. You get to explore a brand new place in a different province. And it's fantastic. And it just surpasses all your wildest expectations. That's this trip. Good afternoon. I am in Quebec. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle CamperChristina and I am at Zec Kipawa. I've been wanting to do this route for a while now. There's a lot of unknowns going on here, and that's okay. We're gonna see what happens. I've got the maps, I've got the Avenza map on my phone, and I'm going to do a route called Brousse or Brousse or La Brousse. I don't speak French very well, but that's okay. I'm just at the turnoff to the lake here. I'm about 10 minutes to the access, and I'm super excited to do a brand new area, brand new route, and in a different province. So let's get going. All right, hello. It's 10 after 5 on Thursday, August 1st, August long weekend. It is actually my first big portaging trip of the season. Done a couple portage trips, but not like a big excursion. I missed Maylong and Canada Day. I did do trips, but nothing crazy. So I think this route has 14 portages. Brand new area, brand new route. I am in Quebec, or Quebec, and I'm doing a route called La Brousse, or La Brousse, or La Brousse. And I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Right now I need to get on the water and get to my first portage and get that done and get on my lake. I do have dinner with me, compliments of Wendy's. I picked up lunch in Huntsville at Wendy's and just got 2 wraps for dinner because I knew I'd probably be traveling over dinner time, and I didn't want to have to worry about making anything when I got to camp because I'm probably not going to get there till really late. So somebody's got their generator going here. There's somebody actually camping right here at the access, so I'm gonna jump in the boat and get going and get away from this noise. And I don't know what this trip's gonna hold, but let's see. Interested to find out. All right, it is 5:15 and I am finally on the water. I am heading down the lake, I think Ostabonic. And I've got to go about 11 or 12 kilometers to the portage into Lac Cook. And it's 730 meter portage. And there should be a campsite on that lake. And that's where I'm hoping to stay tonight. I haven't seen any canoes, any cars with canoes, any cars with canoe racks. So I'm not sure if I'm going to encounter any canoe trippers out here, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous out. Super, super, super hot out. Just like sweating like crazy. I didn't put my water socks on yet. I do have them with me, as well as my bug shirt, but I'm not wearing any of those things yet. We'll see what the portage looks like. But yeah, it was just too hot to do any of that. So off we go. All right, it's 5:35, and I'm just paddling. As soon as I left the access and all the trailers there and boats and stuff, there's a couple of cottages right there by the access, and I haven't seen any cottages since then. Not that I've gone that far, but from what I can see, most of this lake is not inhabited, or well, this section anyways, as far as I can see. I can see something red way across the water to the left, maybe a roof, I don't know, and that's it. I don't see any cottages, I don't see any people, I don't hear any speedboats, I don't see anything. It's just super, super quiet, really like nature-y, and yeah, so that's really good, very promising. I honestly had no idea what to expect on this trip. I don't know anything. I don't want to say that. I've been researching this loop since I think the end of like last year, maybe the fall. A friend of mine, Janice Bosted, suggested the area. She said she's never been, but she's heard of it. And the last trip report that I could find online was from 2013. It's been quite challenging to figure out how to do this route and what it would entail. And I have no idea what it's going to be like. I'm really interested to see. This is my thing, exploring, going out here and, you know, just finding out what's out here. Alright, it is 5 to 6. I've been paddling for almost 40 minutes. And I'm just coming up to the first campsite. It's on a little island. And looks like I'm maybe about a third of the way to the portage. And I'm really tempted to stop and camp here. I'm like, well, you know, I really should get to the first lake tonight. But I'm like, why? I have all day tomorrow. There. And again, it's on a lake with cottages and speedboats, but besides that one boat that came by, like, there's nothing. I don't see any cottages out here. Nothing. So I'm pretty tempted, but there is another one on the left, just down a ways a little, and then the rest of the way I have to go to get to Cook Lake. Alright, it's about just after 6:18. 6:18. I got on the water at 5:15, and I think I've gone about 5-ish kilometers. Just past another island. And I'm heading towards the smaller waterway up ahead. I can't really see it probably because it's really far away, but it's in there somewhere. Alright, so the trip report from 2013 said that like before, at that time, I guess you couldn't do the reservation online. I did my reservation online. It was very confusing. I'm going to put links to all this stuff in the description of the video, guys, so that you can find all this stuff a little bit easier, and try to make it as easy as possible so you can make your way here. But people had said that you have to go into the office and take a picture of the map on the wall because it has all the campsites on it. And I have campsites on the map that I have. This is from the park website. But I just checked. I went in the office because you have to drive right past it to go to the access. So I said, you know what, I'm going to stop for 5-10 minutes, just say hello, check out the map, take some pictures of it. So I took a bunch of pictures of it and I just checked it. And there is a campsite on the way in to Lac Cooks. I think it's called Lac Cooks Bay. But it's a little waterway that goes into the portage that goes into Lac Cooks. And according to the map from the wall in the office, there is a campsite there. So I would have seen it, I guess, when I got there. I mean, if it really does exist, I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about this area. I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is. But it's showing me that there is actually a campsite on their map before the portage in that little waterway, which is where I was hoping to maybe find something to stay on. So now I'm happy. I'm like, I hope I can just camp there. I kind of want to do the portage and get to Lac Cooks, but I'm really tired. It's just the heat is just draining me and getting lost, and it's late, and I know my dinner's sitting right beside me, but I don't want to eat because I'm just like so like stressed out because I'm like, I gotta go, you know, before it gets dark. And I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna keep paddling, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's 10 to 7, and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. The lake is almost near. The sun has got some wispy clouds over it, so it's not quite as hot. It's still incredibly humid out, but at least the little wisp of clouds over it is helping. And I'm still paddling along here, getting closer and closer. Not quite there yet. Alright, it's 10 after 7, and I'm getting very close to the entrance to Bay Cooks, or Cooks Bay. I just saw my first loony, and as I'm filming, I just see another one right in front of me, off in the distance. A lot of anxiety today coming here and stuff because there's just so many unknowns about this place, and I really have no idea what to expect. I assumed that this lake was going to be full of cottages and people and speedboats, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Just got my first loon call of the trip. Nice whale call. Alright, I've just come around the corner and looking for this campsite now. It's impossible to see where it is using the map. It kind of just sits in the middle of the waterway, so you can't see if it's on the left side or the right side. According to that big sign I saw on the campsite on the island that I passed at the beginning of the lake, it should be fairly easy to spot, I think. So hopefully it's not too hard to find, and I don't pass it. See something that might look like a campsite up on the right. There's actually quite a few spots that might look like a campsite, so I'm not sure. Well, I believe I found the campsite. Lots of weeds. Not the greatest spot for swimming, that's for sure, but whatever. I'm gonna stop here, I think, and stay here tonight. All right, it's 7:30, and I'm at campsite number 1. Not the number 1 campsite, but the first one of the trip. Bit swampy here, but it's okay. Sun's just starting to go down here behind the trees. Nice shoreline here. Beautiful open view into the big part of the lake. And I've seen worse. It's okay. There's a flat spot for my tent, and that's really all I need. And there's a bit of wood, actually, so I could even have a small fire if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if I will. So here's the front. Here's the front porch. There's a fire pit there. Nice view of the sun going down. And I just brought all my stuff over here. I don't know why, to this tree. There's some more firewood there. And then over here, there's another fire pit. And there's a whole bunch more wood over here. Oh, and then I wonder if this used to be the landing before the plants took over. I don't know. But a little walkway down there to the water too. I filled up my water bottles before I brought the boat in here. I filled them up over there somewhere when it's nice and cold and deep. So I have 2 full bottles, so I should be fine anyways for the night. Hopefully. I don't know, I drank a whole Nalgene just paddling in the last hour and 2 hours, 15 minutes. I'll probably put the tent right here on this flattish, nice mossy spot. And I think I'm gonna sit here and have my dinner before I do anything. All right, I got my chair out and my dinner, winter chicken dinner. I do hear the mosquitoes buzzing around my ears, so they are out. I'm not gonna set up the bug shelter tonight. There's just no way. But there's like not even like the smallest breeze at all. So probably gonna set up my tent and just leave the fly off tonight. There's no rain expected, and I might just sleep like that. Yeah, and sit in there and do a little bit of work. I want to take that map, the pictures of the map from the office, and compare it to the map that I have. I printed it out, and I'm gonna mark the campsites on there that I don't have on mine, on my map, so that I have everything in one spot. Anyways, yeah, so I stopped at Wendy's at noon, and I got myself some chicken wraps. It's just basically a piece of chicken, breaded chicken, and some ranch, and some cheese, and some lettuce. And you get 2 of them for $7 or something. So that's what I have for dinner. It's a whole lot of wrap. So I'm gonna sit here and eat this and enjoy watching the sun go down while I'm wiping sweat that's dripping from me off, and just enjoy sitting still for a minute. Go away, mosquito. Just standing here doing a few things, and this big heron flies by. It's kind of a distance away now, but it came right through here, and I still had time to fumble my phone and catch it, which was cool. What's happening here? I'm still kind of working on my wraps. I'm having a hard time eating them. It's so hot. I just don't feel like eating, but I'm hungry and I know I need the food. And it's not bad. It tastes fine, but it's just, eh. It's 20 after 8. I moved from over there because the boat came Not right here, but right in the middle of the lake. There. So it's actually really nice in behind here where this other fire pit is, because when you sit here, there's just a bunch of little trees there. It's not much. You can still see out, but kind of blocks you a little bit, and you can still see the sunset over there. Fire pits here. So yeah, I still haven't done anything. I'm still kind of picking away at this and just organizing camp, getting all my stuff out. Anyways, that's where the tent's gonna go. So hang on one second. Let me just snap my fingers. Boom. Done and done. Easy peasy. I haven't even looked for a privy spot or to see if there's a privy. It's usually the first thing I do. I do see that there's a little trail going up the hill there behind the tent. So I'm gonna go do that next before it gets dark. I'm just like lollygagging around here like I have all the time in the world. This is the scene here. It's so quiet. Every once in a while you hear a loon. I've heard the whale call a couple times. And the speedboat just drives to its spot, and then they don't leave the motor running or anything. They just sit there and fish quietly, which is very nice. I like that. I don't mind being on a lake with boaters if they're going to be that nice. I got a nice piece of wood here. It just fell from the tree. Looks pretty dry. There's wood all over the place. Campsite obviously doesn't get very well used. I haven't looked to see if there's a privy. I don't think there's privies here. I have my new shovel from Sulik 46. My new shovel. It's a little teeny tiny trowel, like smaller than my hand. I have a new version of it, which has teeth on the side now in case you need to like cut a root or something. Yeah, so I'll show you that in a little while, but that's about it here. All right, all set here. I got to dig a hole still, but just put some pieces of wood across there in the front and the back, and a couple there just where I step. I don't like mess up the ground too much. It's so hot out. Like, look at, I probably have, like, I feel like I have sweat running down my face, my back. I'm wearing my sleeping shirt, and it's all wet. It's the second shirt now that's wet today, and I've only been here for a couple hours. It's not good. Everything is working good, and my body's coming back to life, and I still have my frozen shoulder, but I can, yeah, see my head goes, because I'm trying to go, look, I can touch it, but my shoulder's still messed up. I'm going to have problems with it portaging. When I pick up the canoe and I flip it over, when I do this, I can do it now all day, but somewhere back here, I don't know what it is. It's just been awful. Hopefully it's better. I worked it a little bit since last trip, and I did it a couple of times last trip, but I did it less on the way out than on the way in, so maybe it's getting better a little bit. It's quiet as all can be out here. There's a loon that keeps doing the whale call. It's fantastic. Sky is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's really like hazy out. I just pulled my thermometer out of my bag. I've totally forgot about it. It says it's 28 right now, and it's 76% humidity in the air, which is, that's like, it's just humid. It's not going to rain. It's supposed to, maybe. And I don't see how it can't not. Like, we're going to have at least one storm, I think, while I'm here, because it's just too hot. I'm loving this place so far, everyone. I'm loving it. You know, I can see there being a problem. Like, I paid for a week of camping here, and none of these campsites are reservable, like, or lakes or whatever. Like in Algonquin, you book a lake, and they only reserve so many people on the lake. But this is just like it's almost like a Crown Land deal, but you got to pay a little bit of money, and nothing's booked. So, like, if a whole bunch of people said, oh, wow, Camper Christina went to this lake, and there's, look at these campsites, and it only costs $17 for a whole week. I don't know what it is for the day, but it's not much. I think my permit is 4 to 7 days, and it came to $17 total with tax. So, yeah, it's crazy. But like, there's only a couple of campsites on the lake. So, you know, you got to come all the way here, drive in here, and then if you get here and there's people on them, but there's nobody here. But again, it's only Thursday night. Maybe it gets busier on the weekend. I don't know. Anyways, so far so good. I might just have like a little teeny tiny fire just for ambiance. And then I'm going to change and go sit in the tent. Well, there you go. I can still see the fire from the tent. Okay, it's almost out, but they were attacking my feet. I have 2 or 3 bites on the right side of my foot, and I'm just sitting here in the tent scratching them. I couldn't put my tights on. It was too hot. So I decided just to take my pants off and change my underlayers and then come in here and sit on my thermarest and air myself out. Oh man, it's so hot. It's feeling a little bit better now, but it's still pretty hot. Just need to stop moving. Look at the sky. It's beautiful. It's better in the picture. I'll put a picture in here so you can see it, but it's beautiful. Oh, I'm just sitting in my tent watching the fire. It's almost out. It was out there for a little while and then it reignited. Now it's got these beam me up Scotty rays. Oh, they don't pick up in the video. Oh, there we go. Maybe they're not strong enough. As it gets stronger, they get brighter. I have them in the pictures. There's like 4 of them, and I can actually see them with my eyes. Like, it's not just in the video, which is funny. I think I just saw a shooting star. Well, hello there. It's 10 o'clock, and I'm just sitting here in the hot tent. Sitting here in the tent, and it's hot. Feels like I'm in the hot tent. Hotter than the hot tent. My thermometer says it is 29.4 degrees and 82% humidity. So it's very humid, it's very hot. I'm sitting here in my shorts and my tank top, and I even put my hair in a little banam, which I never ever do. You guys never see me with my hair up because I hate wearing my hair up. I think it looks awful. But it's that hot, so got a couple of new bites, not too many, just a couple on my foot. Just sitting here going through the map. This is all the, like, this has got to weigh a pound in itself, all the paperwork. It's just crazy. I was so like, look at this. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot of paper in here. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I brought a pen, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But I do know I have a Sharpie in my bag because I used it last weekend to color in the glasses. Oh, look. Ta-da. I have my field notes book. A lovely gentleman gave me this at Canoecopia as a gift. Somebody who follows my channel, thank you again. And I have my pen right here. So I'm going to go through my phone and I'm going to look up the pictures from the office and mark any campsites on here. This mess right here, look at this. I'll have to zoom in. I'll show you a picture of it. I'll have a picture of it on my computer somewhere. I'll just insert it here so you can see it. But yeah, it's chaos. But this is like what I had to do. I had to go through and like write all the portages. I'll show you. This is from the website. Again, I'll just insert a screenshot there. And it just has a list of the portages and how long they are and their GPS coordinates, but there's nothing on the map, so then I had to draw them all on the map. And now I'm going to draw the campsites on because there's some that obviously are missing. See, I have all these notes. I translated it into English. I didn't even know that Google Translate did that. This is how I learned about that a couple months ago. And then I have somebody's blog post, and like I brought everything. I guess I shouldn't have brought everything, but they're topo maps, and they're screenshots of them, so I can, I don't know, I have the app on my phone, but I guess I didn't need all this stuff, but I was really worried because I don't know. Something out there. I don't see anything, of course, now. By the time I get my light out and look, it's like, no, it's gone. See, this is why I don't want to have this off, because it just makes me want to look every 2 seconds when I hear something. This headlamp is so awesome. I don't mention it enough. I should, because it's so cool. I mean, I can light up. It doesn't work on the video as well. Just took a bunch of pictures of that island over there. You can see the trees and the grasses and little eyeballs in the water staring at me. Moths, bugs, and all kinds of stuff. Good morning. It is 6:30 a.m. It's a little late for me, isn't it? I had a hard time going to sleep, and I was up working on the maps until like, I don't know, something like 11:30. I think I went to sleep till about 12:30 by the time I fell asleep. I did manage to leave the fly off the whole night, and it is 19.9 degrees with 94% humidity. Yeah, this is pretty warm. I'm just gonna go make my way to the privy, and then I'm gonna get my oatmeal going. It's 6:45, and just kind of slow moving this morning, but according to the map, I have like 5 portages to do today, maybe 6 or 7 if I don't find a campsite on the one lake that I think there might be one on. Something like 1,800 meters if I do the 5 portages. So I stayed in bed a little bit longer than I normally would because I went to bed so late, and wanted to make sure I got enough rest. Just sitting here on the rock here. Oh, thank you, bug. There's a bug flying in my eye. That's nice, thanks. Just sitting on the rock here by the campfire, and I'm just going to boil some water. I'm just going to make 1 package of oatmeal this morning, and leave out my, not leave out, but keep handy a granola bar and a Snickers bar, and some trail mix in case I get hungry or peckish, and leave it at that. So better get to it. Good morning again. It is 10 to 8, and I am all geared up and ready for a day of adventure and exploring. Canoe's packed. I see loons on the water. It's like something's in the water up there. I think it's just 2 loons. I'm all ready and packed up, and on my way. Got a big day today. 5 portages, the most I've done this year so far. Hopefully I can hack it. If not, I'm just going to try to find a spot to stop. I do have time later in the trip, so if I need to stop, I'll stop, but hopefully I won't. Feeling good, feeling strong, and sweating to death already, and the sun is barely up and out, so wish me luck. Alright, I am on the water. I just felt the teeniest, tiniest of breezes, and it felt so good on my sweat. It was like so cooling. All right, I'm at the point of no return after this. Once I do this 700 meter, there's no going back. Part of me was like, oh, you know, I could just stay on this site all weekend and not do all these crazy things, but I'm up for it. Let's go. All right, we are in Bay Cooks, Cooks Bay en anglais, and hoping to see a moose or something over here. It'd be nice. Absolutely gorgeous here. Got about 3-ish kilometers to paddle to get to the portage through Bay Cooks, and then a 700 meter into Lac Cooks, and from there I have a 147, a 113, a 175, and a 550. I don't need to do a move that far today. The only reason I'm doing so many is because there aren't any campsites. So, all right, I've spotted something in the water ahead of me, splashing around. I don't know what it is. Could be a moose. There's a lot of splashing. Holy crap, what is that? Probably can't see it on the camera because I'm too far away. But there is like, holy smokes, look at the splashing. What the heck is that? It's gotta be a moose. I don't know. I'm gonna try to be quiet, but I'm so far away. Oh my gosh. How cool. Day one and a moose already. Amazing. Look at it. Holy smokes, that's so amazing. Oh, it's a big moose. It's running around in the water. It's like it's pacing. It's real weird behavior. He's standing there watching me. You can see it. Oh, he's big. Hi, buddy. Good morning. I'm really far away. Got the camera on zoom. Probably still can only just see a dot. But it's there. Came back out. So cool. Well, it's 8:25. And I'm just about at the portage. There's looks like a small island just before the 700 meter portage. And you can see a sign on the tree. All right, it says attention. Chasseurs à la foot. Alright, so the sign says chasseurs à la foot. Oops, big hair, and I just scared. It's a wildlife today so far. I can hear some rushing water. There must be some waterfall or some rapids or something. This portage is going around. Hopefully I get to see that. I saw a moose. Not even 24 hours in. I'm so happy. That's great. I love them here. A bit here too with me. Pretty shallow here. Cabin or something around the right. Let's pick the most difficult part, Christina, and do that. Alright, be back. Alright, I'm on top of the beaver dam. pulled the boat through, and off I go. There's a red line on the map that you can get for this area on my Avenza, and it shows that I've already done part of the portage. So hopefully it's not as long. I believe it's right here on the right. Don't see a sign, but there's a yellow mark on the tree, and it's clearly the portage. Just gonna go up here and check out the waterfalls. There we go. First waterfalls of the trip. Alright, off we go to the portage. The water's really clear here. Can't see it as good with the glare of the sun, but you can see all the rocks and boulders. Alright, here we go. First portage of the trip. 731 meters according to the map. From Bay Cooks into Lac Cooks. Decent access, not the worst one I've ever seen. But that's okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, it is 8:47, and I'm going to take the pack first just because I've never been here before. I don't know what I'm in store for, and I don't want to get lost with the canoe and be, you know, wandering around in the forest not knowing where to go. So I'm going to do that. There's a hunting, I don't know, stand here, or maybe used to be a stand, or whatever they call it. There's a chair here, and you know, somebody must be doing some hunting here, or was doing some hunting here. Anyways, I got my backpack up on this big boulder. I'm just going to slide it onto my shoulders, grab the bug shelter, and let's see what we have in store. This should be the biggest portage of the trip, so wish me luck. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.